Phishing. It's one of the oldest tricks in the digital book, and yet it is still one of the most effective cyber attacks out there. It's the engine behind so many data breaches every single year. But here's the thing. It doesn't break machines. It breaks people. It tricks us. So let's really get into it and see exactly how this whole thing works.
We've all been there, right? You get an email or a text or maybe a DM. It looks totally legit, but something just feels a little off. You hesitate for maybe a split second, you hover your mouse over the link, and then you click. What really goes on in that one single moment? Because that's exactly what it is. It isn't just a bad link or a simple mistake you made. No. It's a carefully planned, meticulously set trap. It's a digital ambush. And by clicking, you've just walked right into it. To really get a handle on phishing, you have to realize it's not a tech problem first. It's a psychology problem. It's all about playing a game with the human mind. Think of it like digital con artistry, designed specifically for our screens. So how do they do it? Well, they prey on these three core human instincts. First, they exploit our trust, right? They create emails that perfectly mimic brands we use every day. Then they weaponize fear. They send these urgent threats about your account being locked or you losing money, which makes you panic. And of course, they play on our curiosity. A payment issue? I better check on that. They know we'll feel compelled to click and see what's wrong. And this just nails it, doesn't it? This is the entire philosophy behind phishing. Why would an attacker spend months trying to bust through complex firewalls and security systems when they can just persuade a person to open the door for them? This is exactly why being vigilant is so important. All right, so we get the psychology behind it. Now let's get into the mechanics. We're gonna slow everything way down. Let's break down that single click, moment by moment, to see what is actually happening behind the scenes. The best way to think about it is, well, it's just like phishing. First, the attacker casts out the bait. That's the perfectly crafted message that looks so real. Then comes the hook. That's the malicious link that doesn't take you to the real website, but to a perfect counterfeit copy. The catch? Well, that's you. Thinking you're on the right site, you enter your username and password. And finally, there's the haul. The attacker reels in your credentials and either uses them for themselves or sells them off. Okay, now take a really close look at this. On the left, you've got the real deal, PayPal.com. But look at the fakes on the right. See the tricks? The first one just swaps the letter L for the number 1. Your brain can so easily just skim right over that if you're in a hurry. The second one, it adds a harmless-sounding phrase like security check to create a whole new fake domain. It's a visual game of deception designed to fool you at a glance. And here is a really scary thought. Sometimes you don't even have to enter any information at all. For some of these really nasty sites, just one click is enough to trigger something called a drive-by download. And that can automatically install malware, like spyware, right onto your device, without you doing a single other thing. Now, if you're thinking phishing is just about those old, clunky emails from some foreign prince offering you millions, well, you need to think again. The playbook has gotten way more sophisticated. You've got spear phishing, which is super targeted. Imagine getting an email from your boss that mentions a project you're actually working on. Then there's whaling, which goes after the biggest fish in the company, like a fake urgent email to a CEO telling them to wire money for a top secret deal. Smishing is just phishing over SMS, like that fake package delivery text you get. And vishing? That's voice phishing. It's that fake call from your bank security department telling you your account's been compromised. And believe me, these attacks have massive real-world consequences. A perfect and pretty scary case study is that huge Twitter breach back in 2020. They compromised the accounts of people like Barack Obama and Elon Musk. So how they pull off something that big? Was it some super complex hacking tool? Nope. This is the wild part. They just used clever persuasion. The attackers simply called up some Twitter employees, pretended they were from the internal IT help desk, and helpfully guided them into entering their login details on a fake internal site. That's it. No code, just a con. Okay, we have definitely seen how serious the threat is. So let's get to the most important part. What can we actually do about it? Let's dive into some practical, actionable advice you can start using today. This right here is your survival guide. First up, always check the sender's email address. Is it exactly right, or is it off by just one letter? Next, hover. Don't click. Let your mouse show you where that link is really going before you commit. Third, watch out for that sense of urgency. Anything yelling, "act now," or "urgent" is a huge red flag. Also, and this is a big one, never ever download unexpected attachments. Just don't. And finally, trust your gut. If a message just feels weird, it probably is.
Now, all of those habits are absolutely essential. They are your first line of defense. But there is one single tool, one technical control that acts as the ultimate safety net. It can protect you even if a phisher manages to steal your password. It's two-factor or multi-factor authentication. You'll see it as 2FA or MFA. Simply put, it means that even if someone has your password, they can't get into your account without a second piece of proof. Usually that's a code sent to your phone. It basically makes a stolen password useless to an attacker. If you only take away one single thing from this, let it be this. Turn on 2FA or MFA on every single account that offers it. Seriously.
So let's just end on this thought. Being cautious online, it's not about being paranoid. The internet is like a vast sea, and it is absolutely full of bait. Learning to recognize the hook, training yourself to pause before you click, that isn't paranoia. In our world, it's just survival.